the point that Chad made is also very good. That if you're Cloud9, you have to pick up right where you left off in Mirage. Like that's how you want to be playing. Like those like remember they went on what? It was something mental like a 8-1 run at the end of that game, and that unfortunately that one round was when mousesports was at 15, so they lost it. But that's an incredible streak that they were able to pull out. Fast play towards the inner bomb site. That's going to make Cloud9 feel a tad bit nervous as Skadoodle has rotated back inside based off those footsteps. And here it comes, just the standard hit, the standard execution. There's one player over towards Ivy by the trash cans.
Yep, smokes up towards the sidewalk, trying to get in. There is a guy hiding all the way on the other side, so it makes you wonder just what exactly is happening right now. 3 men pushing up, the bomb making its way back. This is a deep trick coming out right now for mousesports. Robs is going to kill on Skadoodle, but they're bringing the bomb back, running through C-Connector the other way as Chris will take down Tarek. And what an incredible reverse rotate into the A-bomb site from B. Obviously, you can tell right now it's slightly falling apart, but you can clearly see what the plan was. mousesports, that is actually just so cool. I would love to see that tried again a couple of times, because that's going to be very hard to read if you're Cloud9. The bomb has gone down anyway, so maybe it'll work regardless. Robs is falling back, and he's going to be occupying their attention for a little while. In fact, they give up on that and say, listen, he can't really get back here in time if we just go for the defuse. Automatic inside the smoke. Stabby, stabby. Stico going to be taking down Automatic. Oh, no, and Rush is trying it again. Rush is finally going to be in with the defuse, and he has got the kit. 2 more seconds, no more bullets, and Robs is going to lose the round regardless. Rush with a full-on defuse. My God, what an exciting round, Moses.
You want a drama? You got a little bit here. This is great. I mean, you're right. This is very cool, and obviously unfortunate for Stico. He can't possibly know coming through that second player is going to get off the bomb and able to spam right through the smoke. That is such a cool pistol round, but there are a lot of moving parts, and there are a lot of ways that strategy can just get demolished in like one little mistake. And I think Cloud9 did a great job of reacting to the scenario of Stewie flanking around the train and saying, "Listen, guys, they're not inside. They're pushing up sidewalk, but they're not actually trying to plant the bomb whatsoever." And that kind of put everyone on high alert. Automatic had a great read on that flank coming towards Ivy. I think it was Skadoodle and Connector was the next one up who got a one-tap as they came through the smoke. So they actually largely shut that down, and the complexity of the tactic actually allowed Cloud9 to just whittle down those forces.
Listen, Moses, don't be so conservative. Every once in a while you've just got to try something different.
No, I like it. I like the attempt. It's like it brings back some of the old school train strategies that were a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. It looked like Automatic would have seen that, but he didn't. The Molotov, though, will do the trick. Big change from how mousesports ran their strats on T-side Mirage, where they were all like sort of, pretty basic, and
yeah.
This was obviously incredibly elaborate. And obviously you are right. The more elaborate it gets, the more moving parts, the worse it can fail.
No, but that goes to what they just said on the desk was like obviously there's some preparation on this map. They have some tricks in the playbook, and they brought one out to open things up, and it doesn't pan out, but you want to see that creativity still moving forward. Because of the knife Stico gets in the pistol round, though, they are able to pass an AWP over to Oscar. So that's a very nice luxury to have on a third round as well. See if Cloud9 has that mentally prepared for an AWP, because it is early, but they should know the knife came out and someone's going to have extra money. Aggressive play from Chris J, and he's the only one here. There's the alt pick onto Rush.
Oh, but he's actually managed to sneak his way through Tarek. Chris has changed places with him and is now on the A-bomb site, so a very odd round.
He's stopping inside that smoke, though, and that's so dangerous. Now he's getting information. Here's Skadoodle on the bomb train, the peek up as well, and that's where everyone calls freeze. There it is again, that freeze call. Let Chris J make the play, and he's opening up this train yard, and he set this defense into a very chaotic nature. Automatic out towards Ivy. Not spotted yet. That would be a big kill onto Sunny if he can grab it. But now he knows he's being pinched from the left, and he can't handle all the attention he was getting. Stewie's still alive in ladder room, gives him a chance. Oscar's zoned in on it. That's an easy shot. Tarek flanking now. Has a big job to do. 1 versus 3, and does he go for it?
I feel like maybe Stewie could have waited for Tarek to turn that corner. Sunny is certainly waiting for it, and somehow he still gets the AWP kill there. That's not bad at all. But he's still essentially running to try and save this gun, and now he's in a lot of trouble. They're going to be coming in from the other side too. And eventually Chris will take care of all of that. So another round for mousesports.
Yeah. It's a very good round. Obviously, that op pick was huge under Rush. I think if Rush is still alive, that really decreases the ability for Chris J to make that play at the bomb train. So, nice opening pick, creating space for his teammate. 2-1. Cloud9 set back early, but not out of the fight. Stewie's going to have an M4. There's that scout. We saw these buys in the first half of Mirage really punish Cloud9 down the stretch. It only really hurts if they can't string them together, if they're able to kind of upset in this round. We'll see what they've got in store. A lot of attention towards the inner bomb site.
Chris ducking under does not get wall banged from that A yard.
Is that what it was? Or I thought he might be looking down to avoid a flashbang being thrown through those windows in case there was an inner push or something.
Yeah, it could be that too. It could be both. Maybe it serves both purposes. Stewie up on this train. This is such a powerful position unless there's a grenade that's coming right at you. So just forget about all that. No chance. Gonna get taken down by Rob. So great grenade usage once again, which is a parallel to what we saw in Mirage for mousesports. So you do love to see all of that. Bomb will go down, and the retreat has already been called for mousesports. No chance really to have any kind of an impact here.
Yeah, without that M4.
Cloud9, yeah.
Yeah, without that M4, you have really no ability to fight and retake with just the CZ. So they're bringing them into the next round, take another stab at it. They're going to be saving anyway, so it's not the worst idea whatsoever. So mousesports with an immediate response. 2 straight for them.
Heavy test of the Cloud9 economy. Saving the CSADs would at least sort of give them a second chance in the 5th round, but this is a powerful beginning. T-sides are looking fantastic.
Oh, Chris J might be able to grab one kill right at the end towards Ivy, but not able to find it. He was almost about to turn the corner.
See, here's a point of criticism, Moses.
Okay.
The fist bumps are nothing like Hellraiser's high fives.
Yeah.
And they're not even close.
Those high fives are so powerful.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that compilation, Moses. Yeah, I just want to see that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
No one's put that together for you?
Not yet. A real shame.
Yeah. That would be cool. CZ's still out, and this time it's going to be much faster pace. Chris J doing a very similar play, hiding in the smoke outside. Tarek's going to pop flash in. I don't think that's going to affect anyone. He thought someone was out Olaf Meister, but he was wrong, and he pays for his incorrect guess with his life. Rops dueling towards inside is going to get traded off, but mousesports in pretty good control of this round until just now. Sunny's actually low, so if he's taken out, all of a sudden that's a real good chance for a multi-kill, but Stewie can't handle the spray or the aim punch.
I mean, if he got that kill, that would have been a 2 versus 2. Doodle's still going to be able to pick up that 1 kill, but just the power of the AWP on Oscar on the other side will close out the round and make it 1 more for mousesports. That was still sort of the carrying over the purchased guns from the previous round, so maybe couldn't have expected too much out of Cloud9, but still got close.
I like how Oscar is being used with the op early on in these 2 rounds. Obviously, it's going to change once Cloud9 gets the ops out onto the field as well. But I mean, Oscar is just kind of staying in team mid, watching one angle for his teammate, just trying to hold it so they don't have to worry about it. And then once space is created by mousesports as they push up to the train, he just kind of plays along the wall at distance and helps them kind of pen in the defenders. 3 players on the bomb train for Cloud9, and Skidoodle's now going to rotate back towards center. He'll be more effective in this role when he has that AWP, obviously.
All M4s, no kits, and very limited on the grenades as well, Cloud9, which is not always fun when you're on the CT side of the train, especially if you're retaking. That's one of the really huge problems.
Yeah.
For B, you want to smoke off some of the, like either lower or sidewalk or both. On A, you really want that smoke to be able to diffuse inside. Like, that's obviously a huge thing. Automatic all the way at the back of Ivy. Maybe Rush could try and help him out, or maybe as well Tarek, who's on the other side, and he's going to be able to close out on Oscar. That's a very good kill. Automatic, maybe the only person holding Cloud9 in that game on Mirage for a long time. The Molotov will just take care of him as they have a bit of a fight there. Sunny down to 12 health. 45 seconds on the clock here as mousesports have been denied for once an entry into a site. Now they're going to gravitate back towards the B-bomb site, where Stewie's holding with 1 flashbang.
And all by himself, Rops is going to take this duel. Scooter's not back yet, although he is getting there now. Here comes some of the nades. A nice flashbang blinds Tarek Stewie just enough on top of the train, but he recovers nicely. Double kill for him. Skadoodle finds one. just at the right moment. That was a very nice defense, saved by just a second of that rotation from Skadoodle, and Sunny's got to save the op. He's got 12 HP. So a third round for Cloud9. They respond, and critically, what they weren't able to do on Mirage, which is keep 4 players alive in some of these wins early on in the half so they can have money. They can build, we talked about it a lot yesterday, the buffer that is required to be able to sustain some losses of player or losses of rounds. It's all tied up.
Yeah, good job. Although, I will say again, that flashbang on Stewie was...
quite nice.
Yeah, it's really good. They're really doing a fantastic job at the moment, setting all of those things up. He did manage to recover, obviously. This is just a good job, but you can still tell just how on point mousesports are.
A little mistake, though. Stico needs to swing wide on that one. You can't line up for him in that area. I think when he sees Stewie there, he wants to stop and take the fight, but you do kind of have to risk a little bit to get out wide so you don't get that double. If he swings out wide, they get that trade.
Yeah, because you are locking in your teammate as soon as that happens, right?
Yes. And it's also tough as well, because once Skadoodle's rotated over, if you're swinging out wide, later on in the half, that's going to be an op, but it is just a risk you really do just kind of have to take.
A bit of a slowdown for mousesports. This is a change from Mirage as well. They had things all their own way for a long time, mousesports. Of course, they still have a chance at it. Curious seeing Chris with the MP7. I'm not sure why he wouldn't go for like almost anything else, but we'll see if it's going to be paying off. He's obviously going to be extremely mobile, running out into the yard, and it's actually going to work against Rush. Getting the headshot, Steeko to pick off one. Only the one trade from Tarek so far is nowhere good enough, and Stewie getting the wrong angle. He gets dropped. Rob's coming up with 2 big kills at the end, and that's such a painful way to lose a round.
Really is. Chris J is just straight bodying Cloud9 when he comes out T-mid. Whether it's hiding in the smoke, we saw that with an AK earlier on, how effective it was. Now the MP, 7?
7, yeah.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. Now at the MP7, getting a couple of kills and obviously the opening on a Rush. Cloud9's got to do a better job of of making sure he can't have that freedom and can't feel comfortable making those kinds of plays. Not able to do it so far. Rush was at E-box. Tarek was kind of being sneaky around some of the smokes. 3-4.
I do love Tarek for this.
Yeah, he loves this play, doesn't he? It fits his personality very much, doesn't it?
Yeah, if it works.
Just trolling around with the Zeus.
Why not? Looks like he's going to be denied the opportunity, as they are going to be having a very quick play towards the B-bomb site, and nobody's there. You know what I want, Moses?
What do you want?
I want for them to delete the MP7 and delete the MP9 both, and then add the MP5 instead.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just give up on the other stuff.
I want them to make Glock burst fire good again.
I've seen more people use it now.
It is becoming more of a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Dupree's been using it to pretty good effect. I feel like it can happen, just not when I'm using it.
You can say that about a lot of weapons, though, Anders.
Yeah, that is very true. You talk about Glock burst fire, but for mouse burst fire is even worse. No one ever does that.
Yeah, but the FAMAS isn't really a fun weapon to use, is it?
Well.
Oh, Skadoodle's a free kill. So is Rush. So is Stewie.
Chris just taking it all. Feeling good about it. Automatic hoping for an exit around this route, but that just won't happen. That's 5-3 favoring mousesports, and yeah, high fives or fist bumps if you prefer all around. What do you prefer, Moses? High fives or fist bumps?
Fist bumps.
Yeah?
I mean, I think it's kind of overplayed to begin with.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't need to be every round.
All right. I would make a custom one if I was a team. I'd say, well, let's do something completely different,
Well, that'd be cool, yeah. I always felt like the high fives, if it's too hard, it could, affect how comfortable you are holding the mouse. If your hand's stinging, how are you going to play the game? There's a nice shot from Skadoodle, got the op out. Chris J's caught. So that's what I kind of talked about in the last round that Cloud9 has to do, is be able to manage Chris J and how much space and how much opportunity he's having out T-mid, and Skadoodle does a great job of that. And there's Stewie and Tarek chiming in. That flashbang obviously not effective whatsoever. Cloud9, it's a 5-on-2. You have to feel pretty comfortable in winning this round if you're C9. It's all about minimizing player loss at this point.
It looked like as soon as Chris goes down, the rest of mousesports decide, okay, well, if he's gone, then let's just try and hit B as soon as we can, like right away, because the longer we wait, the bigger the chance that a second person will have rotated into B. But if we go right now, maybe there's just one. So it looked a little bit crazy, but I can sort of understand maybe why they would want to go for something like that. What a beautiful round from Cloud9, or at least an important one for them. Picking up the AK-47s there, saving everybody, all stay alive, 4-5. They need to have like a good string of rounds here. I feel like they just haven't had any luck on the CT side at all. Upgrading
into the double op setup as well, that second op for free. And it's going to go into Automatic, who has been watching Ivy. So they can have an op and connector, and they can have an op, you know, Skidoodle gets that pick over towards Ivy on Chris J trying to get into the Olaf spot. And it's shut down, so they can have one at each spot. What a luxury. Sunny's already gotten here, though. Automatic wasn't watching it, and that is a nice boost from Oscar at Legs Rush. And he was the one who would have cleared out that kind of, that cubby, that Olaf spot where Sunny is. So the fact that he's in 17 kind of puts him away from that idea. He doesn't want to get too aggressive, so it increases how effective Sunny can be moving forward.
Skidoodle hoping that they go back for the boost. But he doesn't know is that he's quite exposed here. If Sunny walks up, then scoped it at that range. Gets him killed really quickly. He's fallen back for a moment, it seems, and mousesports very slow. Maybe expecting a push somewhere down at Ivy. Looks like Automatic and Oscar are about to run into each other. Flashbang does nothing. Shoulder peek does nothing either. Really cool play from Automatic.
Well, that's the signal, it looks like. Chris coming out mid. Nice tap. He goes over to Skidoodle. Almost able to transfer that onto his second player. Now, though, Automatic from Ivy surprises Chris. Now Sunny pounces, but he misses the kill. Nade's going to come out, but Skidoodle's forced into the waiting arms of Rops, and Stewie being boosted up. He can make a play here. Sticker's not expecting this whatsoever. Easy kill. Bombs down on the train. Molotov can come out as well. Sunny needs more. And it's in a 1-on-2. It's Rops coming out of ladder room.
20 seconds, so he's got maybe one chance to make it a 1 versus 2. Otherwise, he just has to try and go for the plant. You can tell that's what he's doing right now. He's hoping to find that one person that will make the difference. And Automatic down at Ivy, just locking out the whole round.
Yeah.
Really, really great defense. Once again, it's down to Tim to pick it up.
Yeah, he's playing very well. He was obviously Greta Mirage hit that 30 kills in a losing effort, but he's been good for Cloud9 throughout this whole tournament. It's been such a rock that they've been able to rely on. And obviously, as well, the Dusk made another good point. They've been making a lot of good points today. It's been lovely. About, you know, the amount of versatile players in this Cloud9 side, how many people are actually able to pick up that AWP, and obviously you can see here Tim is pretty comfortable with that weapon, at least on train. But we also see Tarek pick it up. Pretty much everyone but Rush is willing to use the AWP. Great opening kill from Sunny onto Tarek, but they're going to make no more progress after that.
Okay. That was ice cold from Sunny.
Nice little 2-tap.
Yeah, I love that. Looked robotic. Match has been paused. Not really sure why, but hopefully it will just be a tactical timeout from one or the other teams. They can buy on the mousesports side.
Yes.
They have their plan to put Chris out in that yard has been foiled a little bit. And obviously, partly due to the upgraded weaponry and the extra grenades that are on the Cloud9 side. So that obviously is some part of it. And then Tim with the AWP, or Automatic with the AWP. So they need to figure out a solution to some of these problems, or just go for the B-bomb side, where none of that exists.
Yeah, they weren't expecting Tim to be over here whatsoever. Like it was funny. He gets that kill on Oscar, and like the way they were attacking that bomb site was like they weren't even considering the fact that they had lost their player over towards Ivy. So Automatic had no pressure on him that whole time. He could just sit and watch an angle. Obviously, just lines him up and knocks him down. See what mousesports has in store. Tactical timeout, I'm assuming, is taken by them, as they have no money behind this buy, and they have struggled to get around the double op setup, which Cloud9 has switched away from here. It's only Skidoodle this round. And more aggression towards Ivy.
Oh, but Oscar's waiting on the other side. He really wants this. Looking down with the AWP, he's got that metal beam to his left as well, so he's going to be, I think, tricky to flash him at this point. Unless you hit it dead on, you can see there's a very narrow gap.
Even with his distance as well, that really wouldn't blind him for too long. And you can see Cloud9 just waiting at the end. They don't even want that fight whatsoever.
Good idea, though. Just to put the pressure on. Of course, it does provide some trouble if they go for that deep Ivy smoke, which it sort of looks like they're setting up for. In fact, I think they are. Bouncing all the way down. Now past the minute mark, the bomb making its way out. There's the traditional wall of smokes, and they are getting back into Cloud9. Coming back from the other side just in time. Skadoodle pushing through that smoke at Ivy to get the kill on Oscar. That's very good on his part. Chris has gone down with the bomb as well. 45 seconds here. It's a 5 versus 2, and Stiko and Robs. Some damage in this round would be really important. Rob's going to get the 1 kill. Stiko will follow it up. He is more or less triangulated, almost out of existence there. Still gets another headshot on Stewie, so this is just a really good round from Stiko. You have to love this. Headshot, but not going to happen. Automatic will take him down. They lose 3 players, though, so yeah, it looked like they could have made it out of that round with everybody alive.
Yeah, some good kills coming out there for Stiko, but, I mean, mousesports is out of money. There's no plant there, so Cloud9's going to be fine with those losses. They can recoup it into this next round. I think the big thing you have to worry about if you're mousesports is you just threw a full-blown utility execution towards the outer bomb site, which is kind of designed to prevent you from taking those losses before the attack really gets underway. And the fact that Skadoodle pushes through that smoke, the fact that you lose 2 to 3 players before you even get close to the bomb site, the only player who even really touched the bomb train was Stiko. So if you're taking too many losses before you can get players onto the bomb site to get the bomb planted, that's not good in that kind of a scenario for that strategy. So might have to change things up because Cloud9 has adapted and neutralized a couple different things. They've kind of neutralized that Chris J play. Now they show they can really stop and successfully stop a full-blown smoke execute. I'm on to you.
Yeah, it looked like there was like a full second delay for Skadoodle to do that, obviously. Not under a lot of pressure. Tara gets traded for Robs, so Stiko going to pick up the M4. Whereas Automatic has decided he doesn't really just want to wait around this round. At least he wants a slightly more forward position playing B alone. He's gonna be able to get some call in really early.
Well, Automatic looks like he might just straight up win this round. If he keeps going forward, depending on the timing, that's going to be a big smoke that mousesports would like to have moving forward. It's not going to be there. Going to drop down ladder, find nobody. That leaves the inner bomb site empty, but he's okay with that. As long as he just holds ladder room, this hit can't possibly work, but he takes the fight anyways. Gets 1, and Rush chimes in for the second, and Chris is dropped as well.
He was not angry, Chris. Not angry, not happy?
Not happy.
Not happy? I was confused for a minute. He was so angry that it almost threw me off, Moses.
I was wondering what that meant. Not angry. I was like, yes, that is the general normal state of human beings. Is not angry.
Is it?
That's a good point.
Not the human beings we hang out with, Moses. They're angry all the time. I really don't want to see that. I feel like they've been playing such a solid, sort of fundamental game, mousesports. They've got 5 rounds on T-side train, so it's not going horribly wrong. Although Chris is getting shut down now. Again, the extra utility here. Good push out from Sunny. He almost doesn't make it back. In fact, the grenade might still catch him. Indeed it will. Touchdown from Rush. Flick from Oscar. Not quick enough. Skadoodle going to be able to pick that on top of the train. And Stiko and Robs now. 2 versus 4. This is definitely a change of pace overall in the game. Robs alone. Fire at his feet. Going to be heading back up the ladder again.
I like the anger. You wanted drama, I want anger. Get the emotions involved. Let them fly.
All right. Yeah, we can go down that route. Actually, yeah, I guess I want it from an entertainment point of view, but in the interest of mousesports, sort of, I feel like they don't have that much of a reason to be angry. Like, it's fine if you lose the rounds, but I think they've been showing such a good level that, like, you know, just be confident in that level. And
yeah, you've got to be happy. You've got to be happy with 5 rounds so far on the T side, especially considering you lost pistol. You know,
yeah.
Like, you know, you did win the third round, but you obviously want to be doing better. But 5 rounds on the T side is nothing to be, you know, pissed off about.
No.
1 round left in the half. 9-5. I think in a lot of ways, Cloud9 has kind of done it, despite some of the back and forth and the struggles earlier in this half. Once they got some money under the belt, they really did. The goal being pick off where you left off on Mirage, or pick up where you left off on Mirage,
yeah.
and they've done that.
Yeah, I agree, and the job that Chris had to do, or Sunny this round, sort of running out like this, has been made a little bit more tricky with all the grenades, although he almost does it this time. They do get shut down, and as soon as that doesn't work, the rest that are coming through just have absolutely no chance. Oscar, good kill on 1, could almost make it a 1 versus 1. In fact, he will, And Stewie missing a shot. This could be very dangerous. Oscar switching out for the AWP. Probably should have been dead a while ago. He had so many targets to fight all at once. The bomb is all the way back here, and Stewie trying to see if he can relocate to the back of Ivy. While Oscar is swapping all the way out for the bomb. Just makes it around the corner. Now it gets a little bit weird.
Stewie's so lucky. I almost feel like the bomb being dropped that far back and being forgot about saves his life. Because he's checking, he thinks that Molotov blocked Oscar off from going in that direction. He was clearing out all the back trains. So there was a lot of time where Stewie could have just gotten taken down for free with no idea where it came from. And actually, this is a tough position for Stewie, being in Ivy. He's very far away from the inner bomb site. So Oscar gets this planted, and then he has so much time to go wherever in the world he wants.
Yeah. The problem is once Stewie shows up at the B bomb site, he's got a lot of angles to cover. He swapped out for an M4 in the meantime, but he needs something more than that. Oscar is up on the high ground, Glock in hand currently, but obviously still has that AWP if need be. This has already taken a little while. Stewie, not too worried though. He's just sort of running in to check everywhere as far as he can. This is a bit of a coin flip when you do it like this. You sort of have to, you've got to give it a try. Oscar down on the low ground. Dangerous. Almost looked like he was going to be run down. He's going to go down to Stewie, turning around. And with the kit, I think he's going to have just enough time. That is...
Nope.
Oh, no. So close. Down to, what, under half a second at the end?
Yeah.
That really ran low. Oscar sort of shaking his head a little bit, but he should be celebrating.
I mean, yes. In one sense, you did everything you could to win the round, and you actually get the win. So, yes, you're happy about that, but I think he's disappointed with how he played that he almost gave it up, because he knows that when you have that much time after the post plant on train to kind of reposition yourself, you can do it better. And he made that noise when he dropped off the ladder, which almost wrecked his entire round. Either way, 9-6, mousesports. No matter how much frustration you showed during that first half, you're going to be happy with 6 going into the second half on the T side. So it's all about winning that pistol here. 4 players outside, and that 5th playing inner, playing the B bomb site, is very far back at connector, so he's going to have a quick rotate. mousesports can have all their forces outside, and they might not need him. Chris J through the smoke is going to start things off. Would love a follow-up, and he's going to get it. Tapping away at range. He's blind, and there's a lurker in Ivy. It's Rush, but there's so many players outside already, it just doesn't matter. They clean house.
Beautiful job. You see the heavy impact on the T side. As soon as Chris gets the first kill down there, they all slow down. And then he's got enough time to roll back and get the second one, and then nobody else on Cloud9 is even moving at that point.
Yep.
They're just not really sure what to do.
Scooter's got no chance, and this is where we always say the typical thing, like if you can get the plant down, that's a victory in itself, and I don't even think it's possible.
No, once he fires the gun, surely they will all converge on his position. Spotting out Robs, and you can tell they're all starting to move, so time is running out here for Skadoodle. He's going to get one good kill in, and I mean, yeah, can maybe upgrade some more if you want, but you have to assume he wants the AWP later on regardless.
Absolutely. And that plant's going to hurt that. Could do the old SK trick. I'm surprised we don't see more teams doing it, as, you know, Taco usually is dropping a Fallen a scout, and then Fallen gets to save all of his money.
Yeah, that could happen too. That'd certainly be very exciting. It looks like he does have a scout, but I think he picked it up himself.
There's no tacos on this team.
Yeah.
Anders.
Nobody wants to give him a chance. 9-7, double drop into Pop Dog. Stiko with I think a good grenade there on automatic, and just applying a lot of pressure down here, which is obviously annoying for Cloud9. If they could grenade their way back in, they had sort of a Molotovs to clear it out or something, maybe they'd be less annoying, but at this rate, it does lose them a lot of map control that they eventually need.
This position from Terra could catch him off guard. They're going to go for that late control of ladder room, and it fails. And there goes automatic onto one. I swear to God, I see teams try and retake ladder room in the mid round so frequently, like maybe just one player, and I rarely see it succeed. The timing of this is huge. Gets the kill, spins around, and finds Tarek as well. That is a very nice recovery in the round for Oscar, and they needed it so badly. The question becomes, can they figure out that Ivy is under attack?
Yeah, they need to not lose anyone. I mean, Chris is close by, but he has to survive the initial engagement. That was a mad pick from Oscar. The double kill over there, very hard to do. Chris, timing can't be better. He almost overextends it. Luckily, Skadoodle gets run and return against Chris there, so it's still a 1 versus 2. But this scout without armor, I mean, any bullets on him and he's gone.
It's the time that is going to be the biggest factor for Scully. There's no time to try and hunt down any of these kills before he has to get the plant in. He just has to kind of make his way to the bomb train, and unfortunately, it's just not going to work. The M4 is salvaged by Rops, and it's all thanks to Oscar. So not shaking his head here, feeling much better about that one. So is Chris, obviously. And now it's on to the 3rd round.
Yeah, looking super focused and motivated right now, Chris. In his game as well, I think. I feel like
you don't make those plays on the T side out train yard if you're not feeling confident
exactly,
about
right?
your aim. Yeah.
And in the past, that wouldn't have been the sort of Chris J we would have seen. So that's just good to see him add some depth to his game, some more new tricks that we haven't maybe always seen out of him. Gotta love that. Obviously, he's a player that still has potentially a long career left if he keeps wanting to play. So it's good to see him evolving and not just sort of, because obviously he has all the AWP stuff and the stuff that he's known for, right?
Yeah, and at this point he's starting to build up a resume as an in-game leader as well.
Yeah.
So we can get some accomplishments under his belt in that regard.
Yeah, exactly.
As not only a leader, but as this kind of team has been built as well. It's not like he just inherited a great lineup and was forced into it.
That is the cutest thing I've seen in a while. Tarek helping his teammate down so that it doesn't make a noise. You have to love that. It doesn't really help them against the rage of Oscar, dropping everybody with the FAMAS, and some help from Robs. Nobody goes down. Oscar with a quad kill, and that will be a tied scoreline for 9-9.
That was pretty cute.
Yeah.
Keeping quiet. Yeah, Oscar, this is nice shooting. Now we're going to see the test, and the question becomes how many of these SMGs, they only have 2, but are you going to upgrade them? I imagine Oscar will either pass, you could pass on the FAMAS and upgrade into an AWP if you wanted, but they're just going to keep it all. They're going for a full bonus round, just rebuying some of the utility. There's no op on Cloud9. Skadoodle, we mentioned, he had that scout buy, so he did not save any money for the AWP. Smokes outside. Molotov in towards Team Mid is going to delay them. Chris J having control of Team Mid. Tenuous control, although he has forced it back. And he's going to hold on to that smoke. That is, he's confident and ballsy.
The best of combinations, really. Rob's playing alone on the site. It's not an uncommon setup, but now they've pushed so far into Team Main, I feel like maybe it would be worth it to try and get somebody else over here. I
mean, stone cold of Rops, not calling for a rotate, maybe even calling it off, but just to be able to hold that all on his own, on his lonesome. Here comes the hit, the follow-up. That's what that smoke is for, the Molotov. That would be huge. It's going to force him out into the open, right into a crossfire. Unfortunately, they can't win any of it. None of the fights go their way. There is some heavily damaged Cloud9 players. Stiko's got a lot to do, but that is a huge kill from Automatic.
Yeah, also almost looking the wrong way for a minute there. And Robs is going to be picked off by Skadoodle. What an absolutely strange engagement. I thought mousesports had just the perfect defense there. They had the push Chris J into main. They had the Molotov in Pop Dog to force them out into 3 men that were waiting for them. And they still got obliterated.
I think it was the positions were perfect, but the timing of the utility was just like a second or two off. If that Molotov comes out a little bit earlier, if that smoke in towards Team Main is a second earlier, it plumes. I think that's what happened. I think that player for Cloud9 coming into mid beat the smoke pluming and was able to take out Chris J before it really affected him. But if the smoke and the Molotov are maybe just a second or two earlier, it really creates a disjointed attack from Cloud9, and I think that's where mousesports would have just straight up won the round.
They also had... There's a bit of a bonus round, right? Like
yes.
They had some SMGs, so I'm not sure that we can blame everything on that, but maybe some of the fights would have been over quicker with an M4.
Yep.
Chris playing close, E-box with the AWP. And Oscar's got the other one. Obviously, that's what saving, I suppose, or using the SMGs does. And you can sort of buy in the next round regardless.
Yep. It's the entire concept of the bonus round. So ops are split between each of the bomb sites. Cloud9, they had some very fast-paced, aggressive rounds on Mirage that we've seen them enjoy playing behind the likes of Tarek and Stewie. This is much slower. Again, the timing is likely not going to work out with Chris J. There's the peek, and Automatic's ready for it. That's huge. But that smoke has at least told Automatic that he doesn't think anyone's in ladder room. So Tarek could just go to his death. And the discipline from Sunny to not shoot at the feet. Just look at his little booties go up and down. Automatic, that's another big win. He's been stellar, and he might help Cloud9 win this second map.
Yeah. Powerhouse, just a one-man army out in this yard right now. 4 versus 3. Sneaking on back while everyone's waiting. This time it's Cloud9's turn to call for a bit of a freeze as Rush gets into position, leaving Robs and Sunny very much not in position to do anything here. Tarek was waiting, but he still somehow wins. He actually misses almost the first couple of bullets there. Eventually gets Sunny down to 8 health and... Oh, no. I just heard the whole production room laugh, Moses. Every single person just... That was like...
It's the way he just like froze and stops, and he was just like, oh God, what have I done?
Yeah. Well, I mean... They weren't going to win the round anyway, Moses.
No, they weren't, but you don't like to see it. The cracks are showing, Anders.
Yeah, some really serious hazing going on the mousesports side. Wall bangs coming out left and right, but nobody connecting at all.
Obviously, this is the replay as well. Poor Sunny. He's like, I've done it. I've gotten away.
And are they going to show his reaction? You actually see him. Oh no! Oh no! Why? Why the replay of his face too, Moses?
I will tell you. I think the faces people make when they're playing Counter-Strike is really funny. I can't believe there's never been any content created on that outside of Doja, of course. But we need a much wider study.
Yes, I agree. That should be a thing. That put mousesports back to just the M4 that they saved. And some pistols and not much else. Robs is going to get at least 1 kill in the round. Sunny almost getting shot in the back. Chris is waiting inside of the smoke. So this is all very awkward indeed. Oh, perfect timing. Chris just, I think, using the initial audio there to get that kill. It's picked up the MAC-10. They've lost the M4, but Sunny's picked up an AK. 11-9 right now. Cloud9 could be building a bit of a lead here.
Chris would love some of the bonus money with that MAC-10. Not going to find it. Tarek returns the favor. Exactly how Chris was able to take out Stewie. So Sunny, he was TK'd by a teammate, but he still gets to play with an AK-47 in the next round. He's picked it up, so he doesn't have to spend money. The M4 that was taken away by Rops swapped out, and it's going to be 12-9. So yeah, mousesports now have to start looking at the scoreline and really noticing that Cloud9 is putting a lot of ground between the two. So it's time to come alive for mousesports on this defense. They've lost 3 in a row. And they have to buy here. Oscar's going to have the AWP. The rifles are going to come out on everybody else.
Very similar sort of story with mousesports. Doing better on T side and struggling a bit with their CT sides.
Yes.
And that's in spite of the fact that you would, you know, if you had to guess, you would say, well, double up setup. Oscar and Chris or whoever else wants to should be pretty powerful.
They had one of those. It was taken away from them entirely. It didn't really do the job. There's some aggression in towards teammate, and again, it's Automatic. I don't think that Molotov reached nearly as far as they would have liked it to, but Automatic has done such a good job of finding victory and opening contacts, and he spotted out Sunny as well, dropping off that train, so he's going to call that out. The op on Oscar is now rotating back to the outer yard. Rops, again, is going to be alone inside. He's over at the Spindles. But no one from Cloud9 even going anywhere near that bomb site. They want to hit outside again because mousesports hasn't shown that they can slow down.
Deep smoke, but it lands before Cloud9 have committed any utility. I feel like that's always worth noticing. Nothing worse than setting up, you know, the whole A offense and then a smoke or a Molotov lands in your way. So then you can't really do anything. You just have to wait. So for Cloud9, they just waste 17 seconds or something like that, and then they can be right back at it again. Looks like Tarek has been wallbanged a little bit there. Not hugely, but enough that it's annoying, maybe.
Perhaps 85. He'll be fine with that, but it does allow, you know, maybe the dink from the M4 going to be deadly. AWP and Oscar, they have no more utility. They just used their last Molotov, so all they have are counter flashes, and this is where you really need Oscar to come alive. And we just mentioned the ops of mousesports have been very quiet on this map. Good opening kill from Sunny. He's going to stay alive by dropping down into Old Hell, but Cloud9's taking over the bomb site. There's Rush, making sure that play doesn't come to fruition. And still, Oscar hasn't fired a bullet with this op. Just now, he does find Rush. The bomb's already planted. And Rops with one is going to turn it into a 2-on-2, so a chance that mousesports desperately needs to win.
Skadoodle and Oscar could still be having a fight. As Oscar's rotating back towards Ivy, there's Rops taking down Tarek. That's a great headshot. And Skadoodle now completely alone. A lot could ride on this. He's going to go for the flick, taking down Oscar. And Rops, can he go for this defuse? I think Skadoodle just spotted the top of him before that flashbang landed. Now, should be seeing him again. You can see Skadoodle maybe not quite aware. But he's making enough noise, Rops, maybe that it's not going to matter, and there's almost no time left. So eventually, the round is going to expire, and Skadoodle will be able to live through it with the AWP. Rops surviving as well. And that is a little bit annoying, I think, for mousesports. That was looking like a good retake. It looked like they had it under control, but Skadoodle, the savior this time around, he's got 14 kills overall. So he's been steadily putting in the work. It's not the worst game for him here. Yeah,
really nice clutch. And then when you get someone like Skadoodle in that one-on-one in the yard like that with that much space between them, he's very, very good in those situations with his movement and with the AWP. So gathering the intel and realizing that the defuse isn't even close to coming out, and even if it is, he can stop it. So another good round from Cloud9, and on mousesports, they've really got to be hurting. This tactical pause, I think, with that AWP that he was able to salvage at the end, is going to kind of force them. I think they're going to buy around it this time, because I think they could get at least one more rifle on the board. But I think they're just starting to get to that point where they need to be able to fight for rounds, because they have to turn one in their favor soon.
Both these teams are 2-2, right? So this is it.
This is win or go home.
Yeah.
This is playoffs or you gone.
Absolutely terrifying, obviously. But for Cloud9, it looks like they're about to buy a third map. They've got the economic advantage. Mousesports have had a hard time, especially in that A yard, and unable to stop the incoming American team.
And Cloud9 hasn't really attacked the inner bomb site, as I recall, too much this half. So they've been keeping Rops here alone a lot. They've had a lot of faith in him, but they do pull back Oscar. So that's at least a benefit. They don't leave him alone in this round. We'll see if he can stop anything. Stewie's going to throw this smoke out that's going to block his vision. Still obviously be able to fire through it. Oh, and he almost gets the shot off right at the start. He's missing through the smoke, and he can't really cover his teammate. Flashbangs are going to keep forcing him back, and Rops gets nothing done. Stewie's just waiting. He's going to crawl through that smoke. He can have an angle out towards connector, make sure they can't rotate. And I think mousesports is giving this one up. They don't really have the money to continue fighting for all these, and that's unfortunate. The call just comes out too late for Oscar to escape.
I'm shocked Oscar didn't get the first kill. He had the angle. There was more than just a shoulder showing. If we see it in slow motion, I'm wondering if he doesn't just shoot him right under the armpit.
Automatic's about to drop another 30 bomb in this game, Anders. He's having such a sick series for Cloud9 right now. He's been so instrumental on this T side, especially in opening fights.
I feel like Automatic is the Sipniks of North America.
Okay.
I just feel like he's...
I think Automatic's involved a little bit more... Maybe not. Yeah, I was going to say like some of the early action on T-sides.
Yeah, that could be true. Like, he's definitely got more of that quality, I agree. But I think he's just also... He's just got like a robot feel to him as well.
Does he?
Yeah, I feel like just the overall back and forth, like the tides of the game just affect him a lot less. And he's just always really impressive.
He's one of those guys that... obviously very smart with Counter-Strike when you talk to him about gameplay and everything. So we'll have to do some more investigation if he really is a robot. I don't know if we can really dictate that he's like an American cyborg quite yet, but it will be under review.
All right.
Nice from Chris J. They're all blind and they're all low on HP. That SMG going to work, 2 kills, and he's going to go for a third, and he's got it. That is a sick sequence from Chris J. Oh, and a fourth. He wants the ace. Skadoodle, this is almost where you just run to the other side of the map and don't give it to him.
What's with Chris and that MP7?
When all else fails, just use a gun that you don't have to stop running with.
It works beautifully. Obviously heavily assisted by the grenades that land in T-main there. But he'll take all of it. Chris, is he really going to finish off the ace with the knife? It almost looked like he wanted to. Skadoodle is still here. Chris, one single bullet away from doing it, and it will be the ace at the end. So a lot of frustration from Chris earlier. This time, he let it all out, Moses.
And not even a smile.
No, he's focused, isn't he?
You were wondering if he was going to knife. I don't think we're going to see anyone go for a knife after Na'Vi. I think everyone's just saying, all right, just put the knives away for like the next couple weeks. Just,
I mean, they're not playing Cold Zero. What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, that might be the shot in the arm that mousesports needs, or the kick in the butt, whatever you want to call it, to get back into this game and feel a little bit more energized. Stewie spots Chris J, knows not to commit down, and Chris J is going to back away slowly. Oh, this is cool. Mid takeover. Automatic's been great in these scenarios. Pop flash comes in. It's just past automatic, though. He knows Chris J's coming as well, but he can't get to. Good trade. A costly push for mousesports.
The spray there for automatic actually almost outlined Chris's head. That was getting really worrisome. And he saw the shadow obviously on the ground as well, automatic, so he knew that something was going to be coming. 14-10 here, 2 more rounds for Cloud9, and we are going to go to map number 3. It looks like they want to hit the inner bomb side this time. It worked last time. They're at it again. Quick trade coming in. Tarek for Chris. Spray doesn't really connect for Robs, and Rush will be able to take him down. So now Stiko and Oscar have a pretty tough choice to make here. If they can get a kill here within the first 10 seconds, maybe it's worth it to stick around and go for the retake, but these grenades are already making it almost impossible.
Yeah, that's depressing. I think they feel like they have to go for it, though, because of the money situation. It's a 2-on-3. It's doable. Good kill from Stiko. Rush is very low as well, but there's only Molotovs. It's the slow burn. They don't have an HE grenade to really take him out, and he's going to get aggressive behind this. Now he wants to take the op away, and he's going to do it. No, he's not. Oscar, he doesn't have a kit, so he'd have to recover one from his teammate, and that would just take too much time. He's going to give it up.
Yeah, another round. 15-10. Map point for Cloud9. Incredibly impressive second half for them. And just overall, a solid look on train here. We did say that when going into it, that this wasn't like a lose Mirage and it's all over for Cloud9. And the warm-up that they had there certainly has propelled them back into the game. And
that's what it feels like, doesn't it? Like Mirage was like their warm-up game. They like spotted mousesports a little bit there.
And there was a crack in the T side as well for mousesports. Like that A push worked so well for so long, but then once it got figured out, and once they had the grenades and the weaponry, that was it. Like then it seemed like mousesports were out of ideas. Ooh, leg shot coming in. There is actually 3 men on the other side here for Cloud9. Skadoodle still going to be going down. Pushing in. Oh, Chris probably should have had that kill. At least he's still alive in a 3-on-3. Well, I say that, but Automatic is on the hunt. Putting up that Molotov could be absolutely great. Robs standing at the edge of it. Oscar getting a kill, but it's still a 2 versus 1. Coming in from behind. Oscar with a great kill. Oh, and he gets the last one too. Taking down Tarek. What a mad sequence.
That is such a massive play from Oscar. So many different angles he had to worry about. I think Cloud9 caught off guard by the fact that he wasn't stuck in a connector by that Molotov. Great play from him. But that was, what a wild round. That was such a battle over towards Ivy. So many players just swinging out for fights, using utility. And this is brilliant.
He's so locked in this 1 versus 3.
Yeah.
Pushes really far out and then just has the total awareness to pick up every single kill. What a beautiful round. Puts Cloud9 back on pistols and could get interesting again here, Moses.
Could. Oh, there's a nice kill from Automatic. He's still going. He eats nade damage. He doesn't want Stiko to get away. Smoke's going to go down. He's not ready for Sunny to be at that angle. He thought there would at most only be one more hit towards the inner bomb site during all the craziness. And Rops, who's had a pretty rough time inside, all things considered. There's a couple freebies for you to get you feeling better. That flashbang on the ground is not Skadoodle's best work, but it wasn't going to really do much anyways, was it?
I feel like if he'd kept pushing, he would have flashed himself. Like, he would just been instant in his eyes.
Which would have been such a funny clip. Oh, it would have been good.
We like those. Still not better than Rob shooting his teammate. That was...
No, that's going to be great.
Something that I've been missing on this map are people jumping from the high ground of B to just die.
We got one of those the other day.
Yeah, we had one of those, that's right.
Don't be too greedy, Andrews.
It's just always a good time, isn't it?
Well, There's Rops. He does seem very calm, all things considered.
His last name is literally Cool.
Is it?
He's called Robin Cool with a K, but who cares? That's even better, isn't it?
There's some. You could do some branding off that.
Yeah, I'm shocked that they haven't. You know, that's right there for the taking. It's amazing. He was apparently born to do this, Moses. He was ready all along.
He has a really cool story, doesn't he? His esports journey, his Counter-Strike journey. Well, that's for another day.
Yes, because now we're looking at Oscar towards T-Main. Not going to get any action just yet. Automatic has been holding this so many times and so successfully that maybe mousesports have to reconsider if they really want to fight him here. Just maybe try and zone him out for a long time. Looks like they want to try and push out really early on. And there's Chris up on top. That's a beautiful spray with the FAMAS. Very hard to control. Rush gets 2 in return. We're right back into a 3-on-3, trying to get the angle is Sunny, and it works so well. 1 grenade on Rush, and this round just might be over. It's going to be a headshot on Skadoodle, and Rush is gone to Oscar. As mousesports now starting to come alive and wake up here in the second half. 15-13, 2 more rounds, and we will be in overtime. And the money just isn't there for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is great. Both teams really having to make comebacks in each of the maps. Cloud9's fell short. See if mousesports can force overtime here. This has been very, and it has it been every round since Chris J got that ace? That kind of woke him up, it seems. Everyone seems to be playing a little bit better, a little bit more crisp with their aim. That was a really nice sequence from Sunny, one of the other younger players on this mousesports team, one of the other guys that's expected to develop into a very strong player. And Chris J.
They don't have armor, and he has the MP7. I think this is going to be an absolute. I don't care how many people they throw down here. I think he's got it. Well,
oh yeah. Boston makes me feel good. Chris is going to jump right up the ladder and go for more, and he's got a triple.
I'm so sad that he goes down. I really hate the fact that he's so good with the MP7, just because to me it's just such an obscure weapon. But I mean, he's obviously proven that it's working, and it's just my personal hatred of the gun that's coloring all this. He got 27 kills.
I love that gun.
Well done, Chris. Like this is just so cool. It does just make it incredibly funny that they were trying to go for the double stack.
I don't know how they failed that. They like miscoordinated it. That is one of like the easiest stacks to do, though.
It's even funnier the second time.
Well, Chris is doing good. Automatic's been stuck. I said he was going to get to 30. He's at 28, so he needed a double kill into this round. He's gone a little quiet since I said that. My apologies to all the Cloud9 fans. Rops clears out box halls, which is that's a bold move. He was the only one towards the inner bomb site. If he had somehow gone down there, could have been a nightmare situation trying to recover from it.
Again, automatic holding in main. Looks like they want to try and pressure him. I gotta say again, he's been winning this fight almost every single time. Pushes out, and actually, ooh, 2 targets. He stepped right into the crossfire, and you could tell for just a minute he hesitated. He was wondering, who am I going to shoot? And that was too much.
It distracted him for just a half second, maybe even less than that, which is a shame because, yeah, you're exactly right. Automatic's been great in that role. mousesports has tried to clear him out of that position like 2 or 3 times throughout this half, and I almost want to say they've never really had success with it, and they've at least had to pay for it. It's not a bad shot.
He looks so displeased. It's the kind of look you have on your face when someone just 1-dekes you and you're like, okay.
Oh, Cloud9 is really boxed out by that one smoke in the choke point. All 4 of them are there.
Yeah, I don't like this. I think this is too big of a risk to try and put everyone in. 1 good grenade. Well, there's one of them trying to slow them down. 19 seconds as they make their way through. Oh, grenade lands right on Stiko, and he's now hiding inside of the smoke. If he lets them through and they don't check it, that might be the end of the round. Sunny getting a kill. Great little spray there from Stiko. Bomb gets stopped, and that's overtime, ladies and gentlemen. 15-15 here on Train. Map number 2. Elimination or qualification match, however you like it. Winner gets to go to the playoffs. Loser is out of the tournament. And now they're playing in overtime. I think this is very fitting. I like this. Now that everyone is in here, we've got the drama, we've got the team kills, we've got the aces.
Yeah,
we've got
it all.
We've got Chris J killing just a lot of people with the MP7.
Yeah, we got Automatic. He gets continuous battle for 30 kills.
Yeah.
He's really struggled with that. Yeah, this is all good stuff. I agree. I think that was like a really weak kind of round for Cloud9 to end that half on. Although I don't think they had too many options just because the time was going so low. I think that was one of the situations where got somewhat disorganized by Automatic dying and trying to have. They knew they have to recover that choke point if they want to take the outer yard, and just were super limited in what they could actually do. So overtime's going to start. What is it? MR3 10K?
Yes.
And a default setup for Cloud9.
Almost feels like in this round that Automatic said, listen, they keep pushing me in main. Why don't we bring Stewie in here as well? So that when they push, they are going to be facing 2 people.
Yeah.
And Stewie's behind the box. So even if they flash their way in, nothing really is going to happen.
I think Sticko's kind of caught off guard by the fact that Rush got over there. He didn't spot that. It doesn't really matter. He sees the utility come out, so he had a narrow enough angle to where he would have been comfortable with that fight anyways. Yeah, and this is Tim. You can see he kind of understands the, where to kind of guard this from. That he was in that position earlier, and that was where a pop flash flew right by him. So it went too deep to really blind him, and he got a 1-for-1 trade. Stewie's behind him as well. mousesports not going for the double op setup. It wasn't too effective when they pulled it out earlier during regulation, and it's very expensive. So just staying away from it.
40 seconds on the clock. Rush has got a really great line. Chris is on the other side, and you can tell Rush is worried already. But this has distracted the mousesports team quite a bit. Stiko gets one, but he's going to be dropped by Rush, and they managed to get far. When you get that far into Ivy and you can sort of look across that diagonal line into the bomb side, you do just have so much control of it. And just the fact that Chris is getting shot in the legs was enough that the whole defense out there was really worried for a second. All they needed.
And Cloud9 is so good at snowballing in individual rounds. Like, they're one of those teams where if they win the entries, like there's almost just no stopping them because they just pick up the pace so much. They kind of carried that over. That seems to be a trait to the team that Tarek and Rush have brought over from that old Optic lineup that found success. That sense that as soon as they start a hit onto the bomb site, if you don't get it under control very, very quickly, you're just going to lose the site, and they take it over before you can even rotate into position. Very good trades.
I think this room, Moses, might be the best room to save a gun in. Like, there's a little television, there's newspapers, coffee, telephone, little desk. There's a shower right next to it. Like, you've got almost everything you need now. There's a fridge, I think, as well. So if you were gonna...
there's a grill or a barbecue on this map also, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's like weirdly placed on a rooftop outside of Pop Dog, like on top of Pop Dog.
Have you ever had like a rooftop barbecue?
No.
What have you been doing with your life?
I don't know. I actually bought like a really like a gas powered barbecue, like one of those that all men in like that are sort of like approaching like their midlife crisis has to buy to just pretend to be the barbecue chef. Cool. Maybe we'll barbecue when you come by, Moses.
Yeah, we'll do that. I like it. We'll put it on your roof. Double up setup for mousesports now this time. I don't mind that switch up at this point because you do, if you're mousesports, you have to have that sense. Like I just said, Cloud9's been really good at opening kills, and you want to be able to find that at range. You want to, and I think also peer into that T main with an AWP. Get that angle in you. This looks like it's gonna be faster for Cloud9 than we saw previously. Sonny's in ladder room.
Part of me wanted him to just rush up the ladder. I'm glad he didn't. Sonny, that's a good job. Definitely try and keep it under control. 16-15 here. Rops is playing at the edge, but not too big of a risk. He's got backup in there as well.
Cloud9's applying some pressure at different locations across the map at the same time. Those fast smokes over main, and then some nades being used towards inner. Here it comes. The Grand Slam's going to get 2. Sonny and Stiko are down. Double op setup, and the ops don't really... Oh, Chris J, the no-scope, and Oscar now arrives. I just said the ops didn't get a chance to be effective, but they're pulling mousesports back into this.
Very well done. Obviously frustrating for Cloud9. They had the perfect idea. Rob's going to take down Skadoodle. And now Stewie. 1 versus 2. One is up on the high ground. I'm not even sure they know it yet. And Oscar's right there. He does somehow make his escape. Jumping off the ladder. He wants to take the fight. Going to pick up the AWP. That bomb is out there, so he has to fight them. That's his only chance. And Oscar's repositioned himself which is absolutely a smart idea. Don't want to be in the same position twice against somebody like Stewie. Rob's making it back around the corner just as Stewie's about to peek it. And I feel like now so much time has passed that Stewie's going to have an almost impossible time doing this. Down on the low ground. Oscar is going to... No, he's waiting. Stewie falls off the angle, and yeah, that's it. Either one probably would have worked then, and mousesports win the round.
What a recovery from Chris J. Those 2 kills are so huge. It allows Oscar an extra second to kind of compose himself and figure out what's coming and where to get into position. That is a brilliant round from Chris as everything collapses in ladder room.
30 kills for him, I believe, now. So getting way up there. Like 15 of them with the MP7 as well.
You love that. That's a lot of extra bonus money.
Yes, it is. 16-16, first team to 19 will walk away with a victory. Cloud9 probably felt like that should have been their round. I feel like that should have been their round, but...
Chris said no.
Yeah, Chris just wasn't agreeing with it. Fair enough.
Yeah, he didn't like the idea. Breaking the windows towards inside. Stiko's going to be in ladder room again. Not phased by that flashbang whatsoever. And there is a second player. Oscar has rotated towards inside. He's in connector. And this is the very same setup that mousesports ran last time. They were not... they don't care whatsoever. They both got obliterated with no possible response in the previous round. So they will either have a fast flank towards inside. Rops, that's a good play for information. Spots 1. And there it is. Stiko with 2 kills. They try it again, and he's prepared.
How do you recover around like this if you're Cloud9? I mean, that's... You need to clear out Pop Dog so that you can go for the B hit. But now that 2 of your teammates are dead, going for the B hit is even worse.
I almost feel that you Inside's going to be so tough to take with all the angles, with the A to BP on Oscar as well. For only 3 players to take that would be... You have to take a risk somewhere. And I think it was Skadoodle wanted to kind of challenge on lower ramp until that smoke came out, so they're waiting it out. Automatic going into ladder room. Meets the gunfire. Down to 24 HP now. Flashbang out. That's just going to delay things, and there's the drop, and there's the inevitable conclusion to that play.
Yeah, he thought there was someone hiding, I think, to his left in the smoke, so he just wanted to sort of be gliding down for the kill. Skadoodle trying for a big jump. It doesn't work out. And wow, that was...
They're just chilling.
That's grim, isn't it?
That's a bit dark.
So, 2 out of the 3 first rounds in overtime go to mousesports. And Cloud9 are not going to be too happy about that.
No, and you have to wonder if like the kind of extended break that it's been since mousesports T side it might help out a little bit, because remember they were getting frustrated with some rounds. I mean, they did put 6 rounds on the board despite losing the pistol, but it didn't seem like they were happy. It seemed like they were expecting a better offensive side. So we'll see if maybe the comeback has kind of hyped them up and gotten them a little bit more refreshed. 30 kills for Chris J, 26 for Oscar. Automatic has really gone cold.
Yeah, see if he could do better here on the CT side, or at least start to get back into the game a little bit. Early smoke grenade to put some pressure on as they come. 3 men out of Pop Dog rush. Oh, they're standing right on top of the fire end. Tarek will take one, but it's still working out here as Robs and Chris pick up a kill each, and Tarek nowhere to look. He's going to be going down, and Stewie in automatic now. 2 versus 4. Oh no, the no-scope! Where did the bullet even go?
It is one of those ones where it's like just take the extra second and scope in, but you're so close, you just feel like there's no way it misses. Stewie in a 1 versus 4. Able to get 1 kill, but I don't think this is realistic for him to go for it. And you kind of want to preserve, even though you start with 10K, you kind of want to preserve that CT side economy even in overtime. It's not going to happen. Sunny's going to take him down. Tarek, who just wasn't aware, Chris J gets that kill, and Tarek wasn't aware he was wrapping on him in the bomb train. I don't know if that communication was late, didn't come out, or just wasn't really received. But it gets him killed.
Yes, it does. 18-16, 1 more round, and mousesports are going to be celebrating big time.
Yeah. I mean, that's the big thing with this game. It's mousesports wins this round, or either the next 2 rounds, they're going to the playoffs. Cloud9 is eliminated. So
yeah,
a lot of pressure here at the end for Cloud9, the recent defending major champions. That's a bad start. Tarek's down. Rush now. He's next. He's just got to spam. And Chris J comes through the flames to get that kill. Even Skadoodle is brought down so low, and there's the kill coming out right at the end. But Automatic and Skadoodle have done enough to even things out. It's a 2-on-2, and Chris I think he just doesn't have the HP for this, but he nails an instant headshot onto Stewie. It's him versus Automatic.
Oh, it feels so fitting. I think he's up to 36 kills or something like that at this point. Can he get the last one of the quad? Tapping away, he gets the headshot, and that's it. They make it through to the playoffs and knock Cloud9 out of the tournament. Chris J, they should all do like a team carry at this point. Get him up on your shoulders and carrying him around. He absolutely made Train work.